YouTube boxing is kind of falling apart, and I love it. It is so funny. So, pretty much, if you don't know, the first big one, not really a YouTuber, but Jake Paul. Now, honestly, Jake Paul, he's a bit of a douche. He's just like, he's the problem child, so he's just like, that's his boxing name at least. So he's just kind of annoying to watch. I don't like watching him, like, talk, but I don't mind watching his fights. Now his past fights have been questionable. A lot of people say that they were like acting. They're paid off. They're paid to drop. But honestly, I believe someone like, especially Tyron Woodley, that he recently fought and knocked out or down. I feel like he definitely wouldn't take money to lose to someone like Jake. So yeah, but he recently had a matchup with Rahman Jr. Now, it was canceled because apparently Hassim didn't make weight. They're supposed to go to like 200, and he only made it to like 215. And then, like, Hassim was mad because he didn't have another week. Like, they canceled a fight a week in advance just because of weight. And then, like, Dana White came out, the UFC owner or something. I think that's what he is. Came out and pretty much said, no, that's not what happened. They probably didn't sell a million tickets, and MSG, which is where they're at, Madison Square Garden, which is an insane venue, by the way. It is like super expensive to like. He made the joke it's really expensive to keep the lights on, but it is just crazy big. Honestly, I think that's probably what happened. Like, I don't think that Hassim really pulled out. And then KSI reacted to that and pretty much said, okay, because Jake Paul was going to fight, what was his name? Tommy Fury. But he couldn't because, like, Tommy Fury's in England, Jake's in the US. So pretty much KSI said, I'll fly you out to, to England and you can fight on my undercard and like against Tommy Fury because Tommy Fury's like, I don't know if he's down for it, but he, like, Jake Paul has always been like, oh yeah, I'll just fight you anywhere. I don't really care. Like, I only need a week to prepare. Like, he is super cocky, but I believe that his cocky behavior is just because, like, there's a really good quote. I think it's by McGregor or someone. It's like, oh, someone always has to be a trash talker. That's how you sell fights. Like, you always have to have someone like just calling you names and like insulting you the whole time because like that's how you sell a fight is like getting into fights beforehand. And then recently, FaZe Temper and Blueface, which is the craziest matchup I've ever seen, were supposed to fight, and then Blueface got removed from the card because he was like, there was a live stream of him like hitting a woman recently, like very recently, but a lot of people said like it was his girlfriend, and his girlfriend had been like smacking him upside the head for like a couple minutes, and then he just like retaliated once, and then they like removed him. They got super annoyed. And then Deji is supposed to be fighting Fusi, who has made a crazy body transformation. That one's kind of crazy. There's something else. Also, like, just the price of these YouTube boxing, especially this is actual YouTube boxing. Like, if you pay-per-viewed for the freaking TikTok versus YouTube stars, like, that is the most crap thing I've ever heard in my life. So, it's supposed to be acting in like a little less than a month. There's no beating odds. Honestly, I think KSI is gonna win just because he's just like, even if like everyone just jokes about his technique, but even if it's like a bad technique, he's really just gonna just smack him around. FaZe Temper and Blueface, I don't know who a replacement will be for that. And Deji and Fuzi's probably gonna win. Deji's already lost like 3 times, and there's no coming back from that. So apparently they're having it at the O2 Arena in London, which I'm pretty sure is quite a big arena. Yeah, huge capacity of 20K, 20,000 people. These ticket prices, man, holy, it is expensive. Like £91, which I believe is like around $70 or something like that, $60. I don't know. I can't wait to replete punch, man. I've been beef with for years, man. I've laughed at for years, man. That beat my brother, and I signed his death wish. I'm a different animal. Okay. Yeah, the only thing that is true is that Alex Wasabi did beat his brother, and he looked decent. And then like KSI is obviously just mad just because he thinks it was just all because of Deji not working hard enough, which he didn't throw. Deji did not throw at all, but I think that Alex Wasabi definitely is a decent fighter. So it'll be interesting how this all goes down. I'm not paying pay per view for this Dog Eights, but I'll definitely watch the highlights and like want to watch the highlights. And then everyone's joking about that Jake Paul should then fight Tyron Woodley again because he wanted a rematch since his fight pulled out. But yeah, and he also claims he could beat Canelo Alvarez and like wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. Like that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like yeah, Logan Paul did decently against Mayweather, which is like one of the greatest fighters of all time. But for him to call out Canelo when Canelo's like I think he's in his prime and Jake Paul is possibly in his prime, I don't know. It's just insane. Yeah, anyways, that's literally all I had to talk about. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, have a good day.